Yes, children. Today we are going to continue with the binomial expansion concepts where we have already learned yesterday. And today we are going with some kind of a new extent of the questions which is available in this example. So they have given fully expand. So if you come up with exercise 4a, they ask you to fully expand the expression 1 plus 3x times of 1 plus 2x to the power 3. Right. The question is expand it's 1 plus 3x, 1 plus 2x to the power 3. 1 plus 3x, 1 plus 2x to the power 3. So initially, if you want to do this expansion, we need to do the expansion for 1 plus 2x to the power 3. We can do it like that. So if we just turn up to 3c0, then you can say 3c1, then you can say 3c2, then last term is 3c3. With that, you can say, we can just start with 1 to the power 3, 1 to the power 2, 1 to the power 1. If you do it perfect, it will end up with 1 to the power 0, right? Then you can start the other term with the least power, 2x to the power 0. If you start with the highest power, this one start with the least power. So if it is change even doesn't make sense. It's 1, 2x to the power 2, and if you do it perfectly, this should be end up with the highest power, right? So if you operate this, you can understand that this is turn up into a situation somewhere like this. This is 3 times of 1 times of 1. So this is 2x to the power 0. Any term to the power 0 is obviously 1, right? Okay, so this is not 3, 0 is not 1, it should be 1. Sorry, it's not 3, it's 1, plus 3 times of 1 times of 2x, right? Okay, 3c2 also 3 into 1 into square. When you square it, most of the students forgets this. We need to square the entire expression, so it's turn up to 4x squared. 3x3 is 1 times of 1 times of this is 8x cube. You need to cube the entire expression, so it's turn up to 1 plus 6x plus 12x squared plus 8x cubed, right? Okay, then what you need to do is, this is the expansion for 1 plus 2x to the power 3. Then we can work out with, you can expand that bracket with 1 plus 3x, 1 plus 3x times of this expression, 1 plus 6x plus 12x squared plus 8x cubed, right? So when you do this, I will use a small strategy to make this simplification much convenient. So I just multiply this entire expression with 1 first. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into 6x is 6x. 1 into 12x squared is 12x squared. 1 into 8x cubed is 8x cubed, right? Okay. Then I am multiplying the entire expression by 3x. You can say 3x into 1 is, I just write like this. So I will show you some kind of easier way to make this time effective. 1 plus 3x is 3x. So you can write it here, over here, not a problem. 3x into 6x is 18x squared. 3x into 12x squared is 36x cubed. And this is 24x to the power 4. But rather than that writing horizontally, it's kind of like if you write horizontally, there are a lot of terms to be written. Sometimes you have to extend into two lines. Rather than that, I feel like expanding like this is much easier for me. This is actually personally which I experience. 3x into 1 is 3x. So I just write it that 3x over here. Below the same order terms, right? 3x into 6x is 18x squared. 3x into 12x squared is 36x cube and plus 24x to the power 4. So now no need of writing this bit of it. So this is not required. So I'm erasing this bit of it. Yes, then sorry, I will erase this part of it. This is not required. This is not required anymore. Without writing horizontally, just writing like this is much easier me to do the simplification. So I just get them, and just you can write them, you can add them vertically. 1 plus 9x plus 20x squared plus 44x cubed plus 24 x to the power 4. So you can write this very easily, right? Okay. Then the next type of question where they request is, it's just like this. They might give you an expression somewhere over here. They used to give us this way. 1 plus 4x, 1 plus, sorry, I just write it newly. 1 plus 4x times of, we can say it's 1 minus 2x to the power 10. Right. This is the expression they want to get it right. They can ask you, expand up to x to the power 3, including of ascending power of x. Right. Okay. So we need to write, this is the important term we have to understand. That means ascending power of x. Ascending power of x means the power of x should be increased in this expression. That means not start with x to the power 0 and go up to x to the power 3. That's what they want to understand in this question. So when you're writing this expansion, you write it up to x to the power 3. Starting from x to the power 0, that is called the ascending power of x. The power should be, x power should be increased, right? Initial, I just get this 1 minus 2x to the power 10 expansion. So it's just like this. You can say this is 10c0. Then you'd come up with, so you are at x to the power 3. So you can say how many terms are there? 0, 1, 2, 3. So there should be 4 terms. So they can write 10c0, 10c1, 10c2, and 10c3. So there should be 10c0, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So like that, you have to do it with it. Then you can say you have to ascend the power of x. You have to ascend the power of x. That means you have to descend the power of the other one. That means you have to start with 10 and decrease 1 by 1. This is 1 to the power 7. So then you have to set the power of x, power of this much. The 2x to the power starting with 0 and increase 1 by 1. 2x to the power 3, right? Okay, then we can just do this. It's 1, 1, and 1. So whatever the term to the power 0 is 1, we already knew this stuff. So it's turned up to 10 into 1 into minus 2x, 10c2, right? So you can use your calculator and obtain the answer for 10c2, 10c2. Yes, I think yesterday we have already learned how to get that from your calculator. It's 45 times of 1 into minus 2x to the power 2 is 4x squared. So you have to understand, when you square, you have to square everything at once. Then 10c2, 10c3, 10c3, that is 120. 120 into 1 into minus 8x to the power 3, right? Okay, then it's turn up into 1 minus 20x plus 45 into 5 is 180x to the power 2 minus 960x to the power 3, right? That's how it comes, right? Then we have to expand this one with this bit. 1 plus 4x times of 1 minus 2x to the power 10, right? Okay. When you do this even, you need the powers up to x to the power 3 only, right? Okay. Then that means this is similar to 1 plus 4x. We can use the expanded version of this. 1 minus 20x plus 180x to the power 2 minus 960x to the power 3, right? Okay. Then we can do it. Initial multiply with 1. 1 into 1 is 1, minus 20 is the same expression, it comes, plus 180 x to the power 2 minus 960 x to the power 3, right? Then I'll multiply with 4x. 4x into 1 is 4x. I'll just write it here below the same term. 4x into 20x minus 20x is minus 80x to the power 2. 4x into 180 is 360, 720 x to the power 3. This one into this is x to the power 4. No need of writing it because they mentioned specifically we need the power up to x to the power 3 only, right? Then you just add them together. Then it's turn up to 1 minus 16x plus 100x squared minus, so you can say 960, 240x to the power 3. 240x to the power 3. That would be the answer for that, right? Okay. That is how you need to do this. So here, especially when you are working out with the question just like this, it's expand and include up, what you call ascending power of x up and including x to the power 3. You're writing this format. So that is a way, there is another usual question where they can ask for us to do in this kind of situation. So that is one extent. So this is the way you can just get it. Yeah. Then if you happen to see this kind of question, expand 2 plus y to the power 3, hence otherwise write down the expansion of 2 plus x to x squared x to the power 3 ascending power of x, right? Okay, so here even this is not just like a multiplication. Anyway, you have to do little bit of a extension. So anyway, initial I'll just write 2 plus y to the power 3. That is question number 5. I'm referring to exercise 4a. Okay. So that is the question is initial step is 2 plus y to the power 3, right? So okay, just write 2 plus y to the power 3, right? Okay, if you do this expansion, this is 3z0, 2 to the power 3, y to the power 0, 3z1, 2 to the power 2, y to the power 1, 3c2, 2 to the power 1, y to the power 2, 3c3, 2 to the power 0, y to the power 3. So it's done up to 8. Over here is 1, just like. Then 3 into 4 is 12y. This is 3 to 2 is 6y squared. Yeah, 6y squared. Then this is y to the power 3. Yeah. Then they ask you to find out the expansion for 1 plus 2x minus x squared. 2 plus x minus x squared minus x squared whole thing to the power 3. That means you can see this y is replaced with this entire expression. Then over here, I can replace y instead of this bit. X minus x squared plus 6 times of x minus x squared. X squared squared, then plus method 10 only x minus x squared whole thing to the power 3, right? Okay. Now you need to do the expansion, right? Anyway, there is no need of just doing expansion over here. It's already expanded. I'll be using expansion for these two, right? Okay, I'll just do it here. Finally, I'll add into the question for that. Then you can write x minus x squared squared. Then that is x to the power 2 minus 2 x to the power 3 plus x to the power 4. That is x minus 2 squared. Squared means x minus 2 squared into x minus 2 squared. If you do this expansion, you will obtain this answer, right? This is a little bit of a, like, again, you have to work out a little bit of binomial 3. So you can say okay, but for when you're working out with this, you have to work out 3z0 is, it's just obviously 1. Sorry, I just write it anyway. 3z0, 3c1, 3c2, and 3c3, right? Okay. Then write the first term. The first term to the power 3, then you have to reduce 1 by 1 to 0, sorry, it's 1 and 0, right? Then the next term start with the lowest power. Minus x squared to the power 0 minus x squared to the power 1 minus x squared to the power 2 minus x squared to the power 3. That is a little bit of carefully we have to simplify this. So this is 3z0 is 1, x to the power 3. This is again 1. But any term to the power 0 is 1. 3 times of x to the power 2 times of minus x squared. This is 3. X times of minus x squared is x to the power 4. Minus minus squared can cancels with it. It's 1, 1. This is minus x to the power 2 squared is 6 with it. So with that you can get the final answer. x to the power 3 minus 3x to the power 4 plus 3x to the power 5 minus x to the power 6, right? Okay, now you can replace with these things. Right, okay, let's try to replace with this. 8 plus 12 x minus x squared plus 6. This part is, you can say x squared minus 2x cubed plus x to the power 4 plus this part you can say x to the power 3. I just write with the brackets, then it's easier for me to what do you call understand from where it came. Right, then we'll do the expansion for them. Constant terms only this bit. There is no other constant terms 8. X terms 12x, that's all. X squared terms minus 12x squared, that is turned up to minus 12. Now the x squared terms comes with another plus 6 is there. That is minus 6x squared. Minus 6x squared. Then cubic terms comes over here. 6 into minus 2x cube, that is minus 12, it came. Again, another x cube term over here plus 1, over here 1, plus 1. Sorry, another 1 is added. That is only the cubic terms you can see. So that is turned up to minus 11. Minus 11x cube. Then cubic terms, okay, power 4 terms. 6 is there. 6 plus minus 3, that is 3. 3x to the power 4. 3x to the power 4, right? Okay. Then 5 terms are over here. That is only the terms available here. 3x to the power 5 minus x to the power 6. This is the final answer for that. That's a way of obtaining that kind of a question. So this is the, if I will just make it a little bit small, then you can see the whole question at once. Right, okay. Now let's move to another extensions of these questions. Right. Right, so you can just get this answer here. If they ask about the coefficient of x squared in the expansion 2 plus x to the power 3 is 54, find the value for a, right? Then what you need to do is, you have to expand 2 plus x to the power 3 up to x to the power 2. Then you can say, that is question number 6, 2 plus ax to the power 3. But when you do this expansion, doing up to x to the power 2 is enough because they have given the coefficient of x to the power 2. If you can straightforward obtain the x to the power 2 term is enough. But anyway, my practice is it's better to write up to x to the power 2 expressions and get the final answer, right? Okay, then you can say this is 3z0, just write everything. 3z1, this is 3c2, and I just write everything. Then we will get reduced into the terms where it's necessary. Then this is 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 0. Then you can say ax to the power 0. This is ax to the power 1. This is ax to the power 2, and this is ax to the power 3, right? We need only this term. Though you write everything, we need only this term, right? So you can say this is 3 into 2 into a squared x squared. They have given this answer is how much? They have given the coefficient is 54. What do you call that coefficient? The coefficient of expansion, x to the power 3. The coefficient of x squared. What do you mean by coefficient of x squared? Coefficient of x squared means the number in front of x squared. They have given this is 6a squared. This is equals to 54. So you can say a squared equals to 9, a equals to plus or minus 3. That is the answer for that. That's a way of doing this kind of a question. Right. Okay. Hope you can understand how we get this answer. Okay, that's great. Then let's go to another approach of these questions. Right. So all these things are, you can do it in that way. So therefore, you can obtain those answers. Yeah. Then the other fact we need to understand is, so we will just, I ask you to do all of these homework. So you can just proceed with this. Yeah. Yeah, this question also similar to the previous extents, right? So then they can ask you a question like this way around. So they might a little bit of advancement they can give you. They might give you this way: 2 plus ax to the power 3 to the power 10 times of 1 plus x. They have given coefficient of x is 10. They ask you to find a. That's the expression we need to get it right. Okay. Then what we need to do is you have to do this expansion up to x to the power 1. So we write x to the power 1. That means you writing first to expression over here. In here even just writing the first expression is enough. First two couple of terms is enough. So you can say this is 10c0. Then it come up with this way. Look at this. This is 2 to the power 10. And this is ax to the power 0. Plus then this one is 10c1, 2 to the power 9, ax to the power 1. We need the coefficient of x. Therefore, writing up to here is enough. Then if you do this, you can understand that that is 1 into 1024 into 1, because here this x to the power 0 is 1 to the 10c1, 10 is 10, 2 to the power 9 is 512 ax, right? Then you can understand that this term become 1024 plus 5120 ax, right? Then what you need to do is you have to expand with this. Now 1 plus x multiply with this, because we need the expansion of whole expansion. The coefficient of x is 10. So you can write this is 2 plus ax to the power 10, right? So this is turned up to 1 plus x times of this bit. 1024 plus 5120 ax, right? Okay, then let's do this expansion. 1 into 1024, it's 1024. Anyway, we just write it 24, and this is turned up to 5120 ax. Multiply with this, then multiply with x is 1024x plus 5120 ax squared. So we need only this bit of it. This is the term, right? Then you can write 5120a plus 1024x. So this is the coefficient. It's equals to 10 as they mentioned. Then you can say 5120a is equals to minus 1014. Then a become minus 1014 divided by 5120, right? So you can get this answer, minus 1014 whole thing divided by 5000, sorry, 5120. So with that you get the answer. It's minus 507 divided by 2560. That is the answer for that. So simply you can obtain the answer in this way. Just minimize this thing, then you can see the entire question at once. This is the expression where you need to this is a question, and this is how you need to answer that kind of question. Right. Then the next expression is finding approximation values. Sorry. The next topic is Uh, yes, you can say like this. But using binomial expansion to find approximations, right? Let's see what do you mean by this approximation. This kind of question they ask. They might give you 1 plus 2x to the power 10. They can ask you, write the expansion of ascending power of x up to x to the power 3, right? Okay. The same, I think we just did this expansion. That's what I just selected this. Hopefully we did it as I remember. No. Yeah, it's 1 minus 2x. So anyway, this is the expression for the 1 minus 20x plus 180x squared minus 90. So the only thing is that is negative. Okay, anyway, we'll do it. Doesn't matter. So we will just start as a new question, right? So what you need to do here is initially we just do this expansion, just like this. So can say this is, so you're right, up to x to the power 3. That means you're right, x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2, and x to the power 3. You're right, 4 terms. So you can write 10c 0, 10c1, 10c2, and 10c3. So you can say 1 to the power 10, 1 to the power 9, 1 to the power 8, 1 to the power 7. Then it's turn up to 2x to the power 0, ascending power of x. So you have to ascend the power of x. 2x to the power 2, and this is 2x to the power 3, right? Okay, then you can say 10c0 is 1, 1 and 1, 10c1 is 10 and 1 times of 2x, 10c2 become 10c2 is I think 45. It's, yeah, 45, yeah, it's 45, 45, sorry, 45, 1 into 4x squared. So when you square, remember that entire expression has to be squared. So it's done up to 10c3 is 120. It's done up to, yeah, it's 120 into 1 times of 8x cube. So you have to cube the whole expression for that. So it's done up to 1 plus 20x plus 180 x squared plus 960 x cubed, right? Then they mention, right, this is the first part of the question. Then the next part of the question they expect us to do this section is just like this. They mention use above approximation, sorry, use above expansion, not approximation, expansion to find an approximated value for 0.98 to the power 10, right? That's a question. Now you can understand that both these expressions are similar. Power is 10. Therefore, you can say we need some expression for this now. Therefore, you can say I just answer like this. So I just equate our expression available here is just like the 1 plus 2x. Then you can say 1 plus 2x to the power 10. We need approximation for this answer, 0.98 to the power 10. Right? Then you can say 1 plus 2x because powers are similar to 0.98. Therefore, what you can say? You can say 2x is equals to 0.98 minus 1. That is x is equals to 0.01. Then minus, sorry, it's minus 0.01. Therefore, what you need to do is to get the approximated answer for this using this expansion, substitute this minus 0.01 over here into this expression. That's a way of doing this question. So you can say this is 1 plus 20 times of minus 0.01. Instead of x, you are replacing this 180, 0.01 squared plus 960, 0.01 cube. Then you can get this answer for the approximated answer. So you can say 1 plus 20 0.01 plus 180, 0.01 squared plus 960 minus, so I think I made a mistake with them, 0.01 cube. It should be minus 0.01. Over here, these two should be minus. This should be minus, and this one also should be minus. So to make this, to do this correction, it should be minus. Then you get the final answer as this bit. So you get the answer 0.81704. Whereas if you just, what you can get here is we'll just put 0.98 to the power 10 and see whether what is the actual answer. Actual answer is this bit. I just write with the actual answer from red color. The actual answer is 0.8170728069. So that is the exact answer. So you can see it's obviously almost similar. These answers are almost similar, right? Therefore, we can obtain the answers. You can use the this binomial expansion to get the approximated answer for this one as well, right? That is a way of doing this kind of a question.